you guys want to go inside and see that one apartment? Just so you know, it needs a lot of work. And we're going to go up these steps, but they're kind of rickety. So this is one of the places that we're going to renovate for refugee families.
This is awesome. It's so spacious. A lot of work.
A lot of work to do, yeah.
Yeah, but a lot of room. Yeah.
Back at the end of August, we invited you all to be a part of actively caring for the Afghani people who were walking through a crisis in their country with the US troops withdrawing and the Taliban taking over. And so over the month of September, you all donated over $22,000. With $17,000, we were able to give that to a longtime missions partner called People International, who are actively caring for people in Afghanistan. But with the other $5,000, we were able to partner with a new organization, a local organization out of Roanoke called the Friendship House, who are actually caring for Afghan refugees in our local area. In fact, why don't you take a listen to the Friendship House story?
I'm Faith Dowdy, and I am the programs director here at the Friendship House. Was able to hire my husband to be the executive director, Aaron Dowdy. I was in my office one day and I got a phone call from this lady named Crystal from this church that I hadn't heard of before. It was during that time in August where everything was exploding and there was lots of emotions and lots of things going on.
When we first heard about the Afghan refugee crisis, that was happening earlier this year, and Jeremy, our executive pastor, reached out to me and the senior leadership team reached out and they said, we want to be a part of helping. What can we do to help? And so they gave me this task of research. And so I just literally got online and I was like, all right, where in Virginia are we helping? Where can we do this? And Friendship House came up.
It was really sweet to have her call and say, how can we help? How can I pray for you? And then before we got off the phone, we prayed together. And that was just a really sweet encouragement. That doesn't happen all the time. All churches don't respond in this way. And this was just a really sweet way of walking beside us during this hard time and kind of carrying some of the load.
And I just felt like there was a connection of mission and a connection of like how we do mission even between Blue Ridge and between what you guys are doing. It's relational first.
Yeah.
We were just talking in Luke 10 about, Jesus first, he ate with people, then he healed them, and then he presented the message. And I just feel like that's what you guys are doing.
Friendship House has been in this neighborhood for about 80 years in some fashion in different locations. About 10 years ago, we were living in Central Asia, doing mission work over there. And with some visa issues that we were having, we had to come back home. And so Faith ended up working here. And it's really worked out well because our experience overseas has kind of helped pave a way for working with other cultures in the refugee program.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
When we worked overseas, I was a young mom, and it was very hard to learn the language. It was very hard to be out of the house at all with my children. There was no friendly kid places outside of the gated house. And we felt very isolated, and it was very difficult. And so through that experience, I feel like I have a better empathy for the women and the families, the children who are coming here and, don't understand America yet, don't know where parks are, don't have companionship. They're just kind of isolated. And I don't want that for them. That's what excites me about continuing this work, is that I can feel some of their needs and then try to reach out and meet them instead of letting them grope around in the dark trying to figure it all out by themselves.
How are you doing?
Good. How you doing, Mark?
Good. Thanks for coming.
Thank you.
So you've been here 2 years, all over, no, 2.5 years.
2.5 years.
Yeah. I remember when you first came, your wife and your children knew no English, right? I don't remember them knowing any when you first came, but now your kids were in school and they picked it up so quickly. You would know.
Yes, they have been doing great at school, and they speak really good English. And my wife, she's doing great.
What do you want people to know about how it feels to immigrate to the United States?
The first thing is it's difficult to rent a place, and nobody's willing to give you a place. You have no background here, and what Friendship House helped me, and they're helping a lot of immigrants, they help you to find a shelter. And that's one of the biggest things they do for people. And that the second help, which has been very helpful for my family, is they help you with English teachers. So usually most of the families that come here, they don't speak English. And if you don't speak English in the United States, it's difficult to get a job. Even if you get a job, it's difficult to keep it. So basically, Friendship House is a friend to me, and a honest friend, and a reliable friend.
When refugees first come into the country, they are assigned a refugee resettlement agency. With the Afghan crisis, there's been a big increase of Afghan refugees coming in. There's well over 100 this year alone, most of them coming within the last 8 weeks or so. And that number will just continue to rise. With the assistance that Blue Ridge is providing, we really want to help these refugees as they're coming in to get on their feet and get settled. Some of the ways that we're doing that is helping them with deposits on an apartment once they find a place, or maybe getting first month's rent taken care of, so they'll have kind of a base to start with. Even further down the road, once they get hired, they're going to need help with transportation. So we would like to be able to get them bus passes, so they can get to and from work easily. And we love being able to connect with local churches. We have a three-pronged kind of mission, and that's Ministries of Mercy, explanation of God's Word, but also partnering with the local church and being a bridge between the church and the community. Not a substitute for the church, but just an avenue for the church to make it into the community. And so we love being able to connect with you guys.